Hello, and welcome back to a new episode of the Leading Yourself podcast. Earlier this week, I was celebrating my birthday and I share with you my birthday checking ritual. I also share with you the lessons learned in the last 12 months, lots of them. I told you I was having my journal next to me and I wrote anywhere between 8 and 10 pages. Not that you need to do that, but hopefully, last episode give you some inspiration of some things to think about and reflect on your birthday. I had all the intention to also share with you 10 different must have birthday traditions that can inspire you to incorporate new traditions on how to celebrate your birthday. And the episode was getting too long and decided to break it down into two. So today we're talking about 10 different ways, other than throwing out a party or going out for dinner with family, to celebrate your birthday. Nothing wrong with dinner and parties. That's one of my favorite ways of celebrating my birthday, with the people that I love and just enjoying and having a good time. But I hope that with today's podcast episode, I inspire you to consider incorporating new traditions to celebrate your birthday and your life. Welcome to the Leading Yourself podcast. This is your host, Carolina de Arriba. I'm an HR professional, health and fitness coach, wife, mom, and above all things, a goal-getter. In this podcast, we're going to be digging into all things leadership, professional and career development, habits, and relationships. This is a podcast for those who want to become the best version of themselves. Those who have big dreams and are willing to embrace the journey and put in the work to achieve them. My goal is to share with you the tools, tips, and tricks to help you in your journey. So let's dig into today's episode. Okay, so let's get started with the 10 traditions or rituals to help you celebrate your birthday and your life. I want to keep today's episode short, so let's go directly into it. The first one is to take the day off and do as many happy making things as you can. I shared on the previous episode that I keep on the notes on my iPhone a running list of things that bring me joy. So that can be a great place to start, even before your birthday, is to start that list of what are the things that make you happy? What are the things that bring you joy? It can be little things like I mentioned last week, enjoying a cup of coffee, or going for lunch with a friend, or getting a massage, or going for a walk on a local park, whatever it is. Make a list of all the things that bring you joy. And then for your birthday, take the day off and try to do as many of those things as you can. Like, have a day full of joy making, happy making moments. And you can decide to do that by yourself, or you can do it with people that you love. That is up to you. I think both are great ways of celebrating your birthday, celebrating life. And it's depends a little bit on, are you more of an extrovert or an introvert, or even what is the mood that you're in that year or that day. So number one, take the day off and do as many happy making things as you can. Number two, self reflect and journal about the last year as well as the year ahead. And this is a little bit of what I was sharing on the episode this past Monday on my check-in ritual for my birthday. This is no other thing that a time to check in with myself, to self-reflect, and I like to write things down in my journal. You can just think through it or you can write it down, totally up to you. And if you missed last episode, I really encourage you to check it out because I share some of the questions that I ask myself that can help you get started with your self reflection and journaling ritual for your birthday. One thing that I didn't cover with the questions that I share with you is looking ahead, right? Looking ahead into the year that is starting for you on your birthday. If you think about New Year, we celebrate a new year, right? It's the same for everyone. It's a new calendar year. Your birthday is kind of your unique New Year celebration because for you, on your birthday, you're starting a new year. So it's kind of thinking ahead and setting intentions for that new year. What are the things that you want to do? What are the moments or the memories that you want to treasure in this year that it's starting for you? How do you want to show up? How do you want to feel this year? What are things that you want to be intentional about? What are the things that you want to make sure you don't take for granted? What are experiences that you want to have? What are adventures that you want to take? What are things that you want to learn? Number three, do something that makes you feel proud. I love starting a new year of my life feeling proud of myself. And this might be something very personal and very unique to me, but if you like that feeling of pride of yourself, be intentional about doing something that makes you feel proud. Or you can exchange this by doing something that makes you feel alive. Either way, you can pick, you can choose. If you are someone who appreciates and likes to feel proud of yourself, probably whatever you do that makes you feel proud of yourself also makes you feel alive. For me, since last year, this thing that I do that makes me feel alive, that makes me feel fulfilled, that makes me feel proud, that makes me feel joy, that makes me feel that I am making an impact. My motto is live, love, grow, and make an impact. And this tradition that I have established since last year hits on all of those things, which are my personal motto. And that is, I put together a virtual conference to celebrate my birthday. Now, this doesn't have to be your thing. You need to find what it is for you. What is that thing that is going to make you feel proud, that is going to make you feel alive? For me, it hits on all four pillars on of my purpose, which is live, love, grow, and make an impact. And that is for me throwing this virtual conference. I call it the Thrive Conference. I came up with that name because thrive was my word for 2021. It was a milestone birthday for me, and my parents were supposed to come to celebrate with me. And because of COVID, the borders were closed, they couldn't make it. And I was really feeling down and really bummed because this was meant to be like a big important birthday, and now all my plans were like destroyed. So I came up with the Thrive Conference as a way to make my birthday memorable. And I loved it so much that I made it my new tradition. So this year, actually in less than 10 days, I am going to be hosting the Thrive 2022 conference. This year, the theme is reinvention because that is my word for 2022. And it's something that I'm looking forward to. It's a lot of work, but it's so fulfilling and energizes me in so many levels. So, what is that thing that you can do to honor your birthday that makes you feel proud, that makes you feel alive, that makes you feel fulfilled? Number four, I can't even count today. Number four, write a letter to yourself in 5 years. This is something that I done this year for the first time. So I am all about visioning. I love to dream alive. I love to have like 5, 10 year goals. Actually, I write down my 10-year goals every day, not suggesting that you do that. This is different though. What I did this year is I wrote a letter to myself in 5 years. I was inspired by something that they did at my daughter's school. She was in kindergarten last year, and the teacher asked us parents to write a letter to our kids. And they put this on a time capsule that they sealed, and they put a note, do not open until you turn 18. So I was inspired by that, and this year I decided to write a letter to my future self, 5 years in the future. And in 5 years, I will open this letter and read it. And I hope that all the things that I wrote in that letter are things that have happened in my life. That is the way that I am living my life in 5 years from now. So it's a fun way to honor your life, but also to start dreaming about the future and start being intentional about how you want to live your life and who you want to be in 5 years from now. Number five, make a list of all the awesome things that you've accomplished in the last year. When I share my birthday check in ritual, I intentionally don't spend time around accomplishments because I'm a very accomplishment driven person, very result oriented person. And on my birthday, I want to slow down. I want to be intentional and not be intense because I can be intense. If you know me, you know me. I live that for the new year. But this is another way that you can celebrate your birthday, especially if you're struggling with self confidence. This is a great exercise to do, to make a list of all the awesome things that you've accomplished since your previous birthday. Number six is to put together your new things list for the coming year. This is kind of like a bucket list, if you will, for the next 12 months. What are the things that you want to try in this year that is starting? What are new things that you want to do? What are new experiences that you want to gain? What are new adventures that you want to going? So put together a list of new things that you want to try out this new year. Can even be a new hobby that you want to try, could be, something that you've been thinking about but been afraid to do. Put it on the list. And then keep that list in a place that is visible. And throughout the year, make the intention to do as many things as you possibly can from that list. Number seven, do something nice for your body. What a great way to celebrate your birthday and celebrate life, to do something nice for your body. Your body does so much for you every single day. I talked about on the previous podcast episode, one of the questions that I asked myself during my birthday check in ritual is, what are things or people that I've taken for granted in the last year? And one thing that I've learned in the last 4 years is never take your body for granted and what your body does for you. Think about it, your feet, your legs allow you to walk, to run, to work out, to go places, to explore the world. Your hands, what would you do if you didn't have hands? Like, we use our hands for everything, to get dressed, to get a shower, to eat, to hug our loved ones, to work, to text on your phone. um your all your organs, your heart, you wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for your heart. A lot of times we take our body for granted. So a great way to celebrate your birthday and celebrate life is to do something nice for your body, and that can look very different for everyone. For me, is about working out, maybe going for a walk. Maybe for you is getting a massage or a manicure or a pedicure or a facial or whatever, or go to a spa, but do something nice for your body. Number eight, I already kind of touched on this one, but especially if you have a milestone birthday, a great way to celebrate your birthday, a great tradition is to build a time capsule. And I say, I don't think this is something I would do every year, but on milestone birthdays, what an awesome idea to build a time capsule. And you can Google it. There are so many resources out there on how to build a time capsule and what things to put in a time capsule, and you can date it to whatever date in the future. It can be 5 years from now, it could be 10 years from now for your next milestone birthday that you open the time capsule from your previous milestone birthday. This is something that I actually did not do last year. So I haven't done it yet, but I'm planning to do one this year. Um, and I will open it up in 9 years from now, and then I'll be at par with all my milestone birthdays. Number nine, plan a long weekend getaway. I talk about in number one to take the day off and do as many happy things as you can. Another way to celebrate your birthday is on the weekend before or after, or if your birthday is on a weekend, or if you're lucky like me and your birthday falls on a long weekend, plan a long weekend getaway. Take some time off, go somewhere. One thing that always makes it up to my New Year resolution list is to go to a new place. This is something that my husband and I have been doing every year since we met. We go to a different place every year, whether it's a new city, a new country, a new continent, a place that we haven't been before. And what a best time to do that than your birthday. And again, you can go by yourself, you can go with your loved ones, totally up to you. You can go with some girlfriends and have a girlfriend weekend trip for your birthday, or a boys' trip for your birthday. And number 10, get yourself a birthday gift. We tend to give gifts to other people for their birthdays, and we get to receive gifts from other people for our birthdays. But when was the last time that you got a gift for yourself by yourself? So, one thing that I've started to do a few years ago is that every year I buy myself a gift for my birthday. I use my birthday as an excuse to treat myself to something that I really want. Um, Maybe something that I've been back and forth and should I buy this? Should I not buy this? Like it's too expensive. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should. My birthday is like the time of the year that I will get something for myself. Sometimes it's something really small, sometimes it's something bigger, but I like to get something for myself and show myself some love, just the same way that you show love for others on their birthday when you get them a gift. So those are 10 birthday traditions or birthday rituals, just some ideas that I hope inspire you to think about different ways that you can celebrate your birthday on top of going out for lunch or dinner with friends and family, or throwing out a birthday party. So let me repeat them one more time for you. If you were trying to take notes and you miss one or other of the ideas, here we go. Number one, take the day off and do as many happy making things as you can. Number two, self reflect and journal about the last year as well as the year ahead. Number three, do something that makes you feel proud or alive, or both. Number four, write a letter to yourself in 5 years. Number five, make a list of all the awesome things you've accomplished in the last year. Number six, put together your new things list for the coming year. Number seven, do something nice for your body. Number eight, build a time capsule. Number nine, plan a long weekend getaway. And number 10, get yourself a birthday gift. With that, I hope you have an amazing day, and I'm looking forward to talk to you again on another episode of the Leading Yourself podcast. Oh, and one more thing before you leave. Remember, the Thrive 2022 virtual conference is coming up this next September 15th and 16th. You can still grab a ticket. I'm going to put the link again on the show notes of this podcast episode. I really, really hope to see you there. It's going to be amazing. We have an amazing lineup of speakers. You're going to definitely be inspired. You're going to learn something new. You're going to be motivated. You're going to have fun. Um, it's going to be great, and I hope you don't miss it. I will see you there.